Sanke. For you, coffee.
I'm a living example of you can get punched in the face and get back up, because I'm the modern day Aztec warrior.
Welcome to MMA Underground. Feels good to be back. Don't it, Sanke?
We back. We live. What's good?
Yeah.
What's up, gentlemen?
What's up? What's up?
Let's get these intros right real quick. We got none other than StreetBeefs West Coast ambassador himself, Wero.
What's up, guys? Yeah.
Peace.
Did you just put my thumbnail for disturbing the peace up there right now?
I don't know how that happened. How did that happen?
That's funny. That's funny. Hey, put that shit back
Cross
up.
promotion.
Hey, shout out Locked In.
Real quick.
Come check it. Yeah, shout out Locked In. That's my podcast. So if you want to watch another podcast with another interviewer for StreetBeefs fighters, that's the one.
That's it right there.
Yeah, I mean, if you go fuck up like that, I'm gonna plug it.
Might as well.
Shameless plug, right? Yeah, let them plug.
Shameless plug. I don't give a shit. Yep.
We can't forget about right over in the corner, Mr. Q-Tip himself. Ooh.
What's up, guys?
Featherweight champ right here.
Featherweight champ. Yes, sir.
It must be heavy carrying the belt all the time.
Yeah.
All right. So how's it feel? Start off the new year. First one's on the podcast, MMA Underground. Yeah, I'm rocking the original draft T-shirt before I had the chrome and stuff. Still looks cool though.
Yeah, it's dope.
Nice.
All right.
Yeah.
I still got the bang. Ain't nothing changed. It's a new year, but
Sponsored by Bang. It's not a Four Loko, but I'll let you have it.
I mean,
It's okay. It's not a Four Loko, but it's okay.
Look. In the words of Free Smoke, it's cocaine in a can.
Yeah,
That's like a vegan Four Loko.
Energy.
That's what that is.
Yeah, that shit ain't that hard. It don't go that hard. Cocaine or because cocaine is cocaine. Ain't nothing like cocaine.
All I'm saying, all I'm saying is I just woke up and it don't feel like it.
That's legit. Okay, I fuck with that. Yeah.
I just take practice. Take the ooh, yeah, that's the shit. Ooh. Slap my mama. Yeah. Now, I am going to say, I'm curious because with the new year, I have a question for both of you. Because you come from different yards, what is one weight class that you want to see grow this year? Because I know that we have killers all in different areas. So I'm curious. Do I go first, Wero?
Go for it, Tip.
Man, I just want to see the heavyweights grow, man. I always love to see big boys bang it out, either MMA or boxing. There's always seems to be one or two standout guys. I'd like it if there was more like 4 or 5 standout guys and we can mix them all up together,
Hell yeah. Make it like round robin.
Exactly.
Yeah. For me, mine might be a little self-serving, but I'm trying to see that Masters division grow over here because it's like me, Wade, and Dad Itis. That's it. Maybe Cimarron. There's like 4 of us tops, and I'm not there yet. But at the end of this month, I will be. So yeah, it is just a few of us.
Hey, talk to us about that. Moving into the Masters division. How does that? How does one take that?
Oh, I don't know. I'm probably not going to for a while. Yeah, I mean, turning 40 is fascinating. It really is. Like I feel like my body doesn't do what it used to do at all. I've played a lot of sports over the years, including fighting. Basketball, for instance, I started hooping again, and like my brain will tell my body to do something, it just won't do it. It just refuses. It's like, slow down there, killer. And so you have to be smarter. Like I have to think about what I'm doing before I do it instead of just, playing off instinct. So
Cool.
that's definitely different right there.
Yeah.
It's rough.
Oh, wow. What's up,
Part of the fight. What's good?
What's up, Glenn Saunders and Diesel from EMC TV, I think, earlier in here, too. What's up, everybody in the chat?
Diesel, what's good? Diesel.
Diesel, Bam Bam, what's happening?
Hell yeah. All right.
Yep.
Now, so have you guys heard about that Gervonta Davis and Ryan Garcia fight?
Yeah,
I'm excited.
Who do you guys got? I need to know now.
Tank.
You do?
I got Ryan.
Oh, you got Ryan.
Just that speed. I've never seen anything quite like that. And when he threw that left hook in that last fight with that guy, and it literally is invisible to cameras, that shit is God-given. Like, it's like Deontay Wilder power. It doesn't come around often. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not like a skilled boxer where you see all the moves like a Mikey Garcia, where he had all the moves, but he didn't have that pop in his punches or that speed. Somebody like Ryan Garcia has something like I've never seen. So I really think he got it.
I kind of agree with that. Like, what's up, Lots? Good to see you in the lot chat too. I personally am a fan of Ryan Garcia. I love the way he boxes. I do feel though, if his head is not in it mentally, Tank is going to come out and destroy him because he's not an opponent you can take lightly. That needs 100% focus, and he's been very clear. Like when he split from Canelo, he's just been depressed. He had things he has to deal with in his personal life. Whereas Gervonta Davis has been very focused on fighting, and I mean, shit, he got in trouble, got arrested, came out and was ready to go bang, and ended up making an example of his opponent. I mean, yeah, he got 2 good fights.
Yeah, if Ryan was still with Eddie Reynoso, I'd be more like 100% on him, 100%. But I do see how you you can see the mental weakness, and sometimes you don't know if that'll play a factor when it comes fight time.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's a huge role. Your mental fortitude.
Yeah. Because as much of a physical ability as he does have, the mental game is it's 20% physical and 80% mental at least,
Absolutely.
in the fight game for sure.
There's going to be some good matchups. I'm ready to see stuff, and I know that
there's
got a Mondo event coming up. Are you going to be fighting Wero and Q-Tip? You guys going to be trying to fight out in March? Or?
In March, yeah. Yes, I'm fighting in March out here. Yeah.
Yeah, Q-Tip's fighting Glitch. Glitch and Q-Tip are gonna fight.
Oh, let's go. That's my old teammate Glitch. Shout out Glitch. What's good, man?
Yep. And I'm not fighting. I'm hosting. So the Hot Box is my venue, and that's where we're doing it at. And it comes with a whole fuck ton of stuff that has to be done to set it up. I got shit to build and all kinds of stuff. So last time I fought, and it's just tough. It's like adding more shit than what I need. You know what I mean? So I'll probably fight a couple months after that, and I'll go up to Smoke Ranch and fight.
Yeah, just like you were saying, the mental, you got to get the mental in the game when you're freaking trying to do all the organizing, you can't be there,
Bro, yeah.
I saw you freaking last time, it was wild. I didn't even think you were going to fight. And then when you did, I was like, damn, that's wild.
Yeah, I shouldn't have, to be honest with you. I mean, I'm glad I did, but I definitely shouldn't have because I just wasn't like I was in the back room organizing and putting shit together and making phone calls and checking on the live and all kinds of shit, man. So this time I'm just going to strictly focus on hosting the event, so I don't have to worry about anything else because it does take a toll. Sitting there, we all get nervous for our fights, so you're nervous, but you're also trying to plan. And at first I was like, it should be fine because the planning will take away from the nerves, but it just didn't seem to fucking work out that way. The planning
compounded.
It did because now I have all this shit I got to do that's not done yet, and I got to go fight in 2 or 3 fights, something like that. So yeah, and then after I fight, I always like to get super high, and then that was the end of the hosting duties. That was a wrap. So yeah, so this time I'm gonna stay sober and just host, so everybody's everything pops off like it should.
Oh yeah, I can do that.
That's going to be a mega event, guys. A mega event. We calling it the Super Bowl of Street Beefs.
Yeah, I mean, it's shaping up to be that way. Like I never really try to, count my chickens till they hatch. But we have a list. We have a list of fighters that have signed up for this event. I know, like Ryu Senin and Shinigami. We were talking about that the other day. They're definitely going to be fighting. They're going to show up. Face is supposed to bring out some of his people, so a few of them have matchups. Money Mel and KT, and then Man in the Mirror is going to fight Prodigy. So we have some. Yeah, Prodigy coming back. We don't see Prodigy often, man, but every time we see him in the cage, he lives up to the name. He really does. He just gets better and better, man. He's nice with it.
The guy stays working, man. He stays working outside of Street Beefs.
Oh, for sure, he does. He does his thing.
Look at Prodigy's first fight. Shit, I could say he's probably one of the most. He's one of those guys who leveled up the quickest.
Yeah. We also, you know what? While I got you, I know we have Crazy Legs is coming down from Scrapyard. So y'all know Crazy Legs.
Yeah.
Is Buddy V coming down March 25th?
I'm trying. I can let you know for sure. Mid-February, I'll be able to 100% let you know.
Okay, because I know we talked about it already, but
I'm like, I'll get my piece of
It's gonna be wild, buddy. You got to do it, man.
It'd be so fire, bro. It'd be so fire.
Yep. And Diesel and Lil Mac. Lil Mac confirmed, was it yesterday, that he's coming out. Diesel going to be there. We have.
Come on.
Oh, and then we have Sensation and Nogi. Sensation is fighting Nogi.
Ooh, I like that. Yeah, I like Nogi. Sensation's a killer too. That's gonna be a fun match.
That'll be a fun match. And then they got Prince KT and Money Mel. That's going to be I'm really, really excited for that one.
That's a good one.
That's true. And lots. I got a place to stay if I fly out there too, because he stays over in Arizona, so that's perfect.
Does he? Where at AZ you stay, bro?
I think Phoenix is where he stays at. Somewhere not too far from there. Yeah, Phoenix, Arizona.
Phoenix is an hour away from Phoenix.
Yeah.
It's a big
Yeah.
I saw him, Kay, when you tried to come spar me the other day.
I learned that the hard way.
The venue's in Mesa. It's in downtown Mesa. So,
cool.
So depending on what part of Phoenix, you might be an hour, you might be 2 hours, you might be 15 minutes.
Yeah,
I'll get my fingers crossed.
Yeah, bro. If you can make it down, you're the Scrapyard champ. What size?
I lost it. I had a fight and I did lose the title. I was like, dang. So my goal is to come fight the Scrapyard February, and then that way I can come out in March. So I started my training again, and I'm getting rid of this little, extra weight I put on.
Yeah, no, I can see it. It's not the camera. It's you.
Oh.
What size?
Holiday weight.
You're 155, right?
Yeah, I fight around 155. Yeah.
155. Okay. MMA. Samke, who we got? 155 MMA, bro.
Shit, we got Relentless. We got fucking.
We got a lot of guys at 155. 150.
I like your guys' division around my weight, and I know that I was dropping probably 150 at the Scrapyard. So I mean, like I said, I'm willing to fight anywhere within. I figured whatever.
Yeah. Okay. I know. You want to do Muay Thai against? I got this guy named Samke, about 160.
Stop that. Not Buddy V.
I know.
You know it'd be a good fight.
Battle of the podcast.
He's down to do MMA, but I think a good fight would be Buddy and Island Strong. That'd be a good MMA fight.
That would be.
I would 135.
He's 135.
145. He's about 145.
I walk around about 155. So I mean,
honestly, both of you guys would be right there around the same right now. Yep.
Okay.
Yep. I was talking to Island Strong earlier today about getting him a matchup. So I don't know how his MMA game is. I know he prefers boxing.
He's a killer boxer. He was one of my fighters to watch before. I was like, damn.
Yeah, he's definitely.
I want to say he scored a KO. He scored like a knee on somebody in one of his MMA matches.
Yeah, I think
I think so. I think so.
And he
Yeah.
lost one, but the other one, he hurt the guy.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean,
never
how many?
listened to boxing.
You have a lot of MMA fights, though, don't you?
Yeah, I pretty much because I did 2 boxing, and then that boxing is definitely not my forte. Straight boxing. I was like,
Right. Okay. That's
I'm
probably not a matchup I would make. I mean, unless both of you guys were like, "Let's run it," and
No,
then
hell
started
yeah,
calling
I
me
can dig
names and stuff, then yeah. I mean, because I'm not. If 2 people want to go, I'm not going to stop them. You know what I mean? Unless it's going to make Street Beefs West Coast look bad to put those 2 in there together. You know what I mean? Okay.
I'll be training with Fire Chicken. Then I'm gonna get my guard up. Yeah.
Yeah. Do it.
Hey,
That'd be dope. That'd be dope.
I want to
Now,
say with boxing.
that was the first name that came to mind. That was the first name as far as the weight. But
Yeah.
there probably are better matchups for sure.
Most likely, yeah. I think so. But that's still a solid match. I mean, even if he wanted to do MMA, it's still a solid match.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, he's a boxer and I'm an MMA. We can always be in the middle.
Well, how much? Be straight with me. How much experience do you have in MMA? Like, how many fights do you have? Double-digit fights?
I say I have like at least fucking like 12, 10 fights. I do currently have now. My record is a losing record, I will say, but
yeah,
So
I might hit up Mook and see what he's up to these days.
Ooh.
Who?
Mook. M-O-O-K.
Oh, Mook! Oh, damn! I know he's a beast. Shit.
Might see what Mook is up to. Yeah.
I was like, man,
Mook, if you're watching,
every day.
And I know you're not watching, but if somebody's watching, text Mook.
If somebody that knows Mook.
Yeah. I hit him up after this. I mean, if you can make it, that would be a banger of a match right there.
All right. Mm-hmm.
Hey, any fight with Mook in general, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Bro, that dude. He's so fucking cool too. He makes just walking look cool. Like everything he does is just smooth, man. It really is. Yeah.
And I was gonna say, when you box, Q-Tip, don't you have a matching glove and boxing shorts? Was it leopard or?
No, I just got a brand new pair of shorts, but I still got the same pair of gloves. I've been wanting to get a new pair of gloves by the same company, but yeah. No, I just I actually got my shorts right here. I'll show you.
Yeah, all right. Just put them on the side though. We don't want to see you undressed in the camera. Get flagged for nudity.
These bad boys right here.
Oh,
I know I've only been able to wear them one time since I got them when I fought the blacksmith, but
those are clean.
The new fight trunks, so
those are clean.
Gotta get some use out of them, eh?
It matches your style. It matches your boxing style.
Yeah, kind of inspired by my man Emmanuel Augustus,
Oh yeah, I can dig that shit.
Hey, while we're at it,
Prince Nassim too. Prince Nassim with the always with the leopard. Always with Prince Nassim. Emmanuel Augustus. Those kind of guys, real slick. Those are my kind of guys,
Who else? Who else are some of your influences besides those guys?
I really like Tommy Hearns. Is probably one of my favorite boxers ever. And anybody in that era, those guys were always like, Hagler, Hearns, Leonard. Those guys are always like, those guys. This is so lucky. We were so lucky for those guys all to come around at one time and fight each other at once. So, it's just like you get to actually see 4 or 5 guys that are at the top of their game all fight each other and see what kind of styles. Because, like Leonard beat Duran, but friggin' Duran, it's just a crazy era of boxing. So any of those guys would probably be my favorite.
Oh, yeah. What about you, Wero? Who's some of your fighting influences?
Man, to be 100% honest, I don't really have any. I don't watch combat sports. I don't watch sports at all. Yeah, like I mean, don't get me wrong. Like if a football game or something's on, I'm at the bar drinking or whatever, it will catch my attention. But I don't go out of my way to watch sports normally, unless it's a little bit MMA. If it's a really big card, back when Connor was popular, I'd jump on a card. Anytime John Jones fights, I was trying to watch, or Anderson Silva back in the day. So if I knew somebody was going to potentially pull off something spectacular, I'd get out there and watch it. But for the most part, I don't watch a lot of combat sports. So my inspirations probably people that I train with. Sunshine Fetkether was my boxing trainer, and she's a boxer and Muay Thai fighter from back in the day, and she has that gym that I trained out of back a long time ago. A gym that we'll all probably stop by in March. I don't think you were there, Q-Tip, but I brought a lot of StreetBeefs guys up there to train the night before, so we'll probably do that again.
Okay, yeah, I'll try to stop by for that.
Yeah, I'll make a group chat and let everybody know. But yeah, it's pretty much people I train with, not so much, real fighters and shit.
Yeah, people, that's some of the things I try to do, surround myself with people that are the same level or better, so then that way I can constantly grow too. Because then that way we all push each other. Iron sharpens iron.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure. Absolutely. We are definitely having some iron getting sharpened over here at the hot box too, boy. I don't know.
How do you make it over
guys
there
been
for
paying
like a
attention.
sparring session or something one of these days when you guys are
Yeah,
doing
do it. Every
Yeah.
other Sunday is open sparring.
every other Sunday? Okay, I'll come through because
Yep.
I guess
But I know you, Q-Tip. You can come in whenever you want to. I'll squeeze you in.
Q-Tip?
I'm in like northern Phoenix, so I'm still like about half hour, 45 minutes away from Wero.
Yeah, he's
You're
a
still-
good half hour on a Sunday morning.
Yeah, and that's the thing. If you hit traffic, you're
Mhm. Yeah.
I thought you were in
Yeah,
Washington.
Sunday mornings.
Hey, I remember that drive.
Sunday
to
mornings,
Q-Tip,
11
bro.
a.m.
And I remember that drive leaving Q-Tip. And I swear, in my head, after training a few hours with this man, and having to take an hour drive back,
Yeah.
drive. Hey, Will, I wanted to
sir.
ask, with you not really having, too many, influences on, in the sports world like that, what got you into Muay Thai? What got you into fighting in general? Where'd that come from?
Man, so I was 20, 28, 29 years old, something like that. And I was dating a girl. I'd never really been in the gym or anything like that. No martial arts, nothing. Wasn't even lifting at the time. And I was dating this girl who was in the gym every single morning. Like she'd wake up at like 4 o'clock in the morning. She'd go to the gym and she'd mash out. She'd run like 20 miles. She'd lift weights and she stayed in really good shape. But her and I both had an affinity for ice cream at the time. And like at night we'd sit down with a bowl of ice cream, like a big ass bowl of ice cream, and just watch TV. And one day,
What y'all
like
getting? Hold on.
28,
What y'all
29
getting?
years old.
What y'all eating?
Huh? Oh, ice cream wise?
Yeah.
Oh, dude, this was like 15 years ago, but I don't remember. But probably just basic ass Rocky Road or some shit.
Okay.
And so I woke up one morning and I was fat, and I was like, I got to do something with this. And like I said, I didn't lift weights or anything at the time, so I was like, I kind of, martial arts popped in my head. I just Googled gyms, and I just saw this Muay Thai BJJ gym, and I was like, So I just showed up. I went and walked into a couple of them, but I showed up and I started training there, and I really, really liked the people. And this was 2011, so like late 2011. And so I trained for about 6 months. No, 2012, sorry. So I trained for about 6 months, and then I started taking fights in Muay Thai. And I had like 8 fights or so that year. And then I decided I'm kind of done with this. The gym that I was at split, and it was a whole thing. And so I was like, I think I'm going to move on to something else. And one of my buddies that I trained with there, he introduced me to lifting weights. So I started lifting weights and then went different directions: basketball, sand volleyball, softball, all kinds of other shit. And then eventually circle back around to StreetBeefs because I kind of Like it was Wama. You guys know Wama. I was
Yeah,
on
almost cool shit.
yeah, I was on Reddit, and there was just this Reddit post, and he was like, "Hey guys, I took a fight this weekend. Let me know how I did." I believe it was him versus Kilo. It was like StreetBeefs West Coast for one. So
That was a banger.
yeah, and I watched that, and I just messaged him on Reddit, and I was like, "Where did you do that at? That looks fun." And he told me, and then that's what happened. I went and hung out and signed up and all that shit, and here we are. And this time, I just decided not to train these. I got my ass beat a lot. But 10 years ago, I was pretty decent.
You weren't familiar with StreetBeefs prior to talking to Wama.
No, I had never heard of it. Nope.
Okay.
Yeah, just found that shit off Reddit. That's why one of my favorite questions to people is how they heard about StreetBeefs, specifically because like you get some cool stories. Get some really cool stories. Yeah.
Let me just Q-Tip's turn. How'd you find it?
I was watching StreetBeefs original like long time. I've seen just some of their videos from back in the day, and then like I noticed like I wasn't getting any of those videos anymore, so I looked to see what happened with StreetBeefs, and they must have just unsubscribed me. So then when I finally did search up StreetBeefs again, there was StreetBeefs and then StreetBeefs West Coast, and I was like, what? There's a West Coast one now too? So I looked into that, and then I seen that there was a StreetBeefs Scrapyard too. And then that's when I eventually got up there, and I Googled it, and it was only about 45 minutes from where I was staying in Washington, so it was perfect. Yeah.
Yeah, there's nobody else really like you as far as you're a part of two branches. Like you are StreetBeefs West Coast for sure, but you're also very much Scrapyard. In fact, you're probably Scrapyard first, right? I would think.
Yeah, first scrap. Well, I tried to get a West Coast fight before I left, but I ended up like what happened was I ended up getting a injury from bull riding, so I wasn't able to do anything athletic for a bit, and then I decided I wanted to get back into fighting, and I was like, fuck this bull riding shit, it's too dangerous.
Why is that like in my mind the funniest shit? You on top of bull, fucking hair just flopping all over the place. I can picture it. Just a skinny little beanpole flipping in the wind.
Yeah, see, that's the thing. Like, a lot of people think like, oh yeah, you want to be a tall guy for bull riding, but you don't. You're too much flipping and flopping.
Leverage,
right?
bro.
Bulls are small. Bulls are small little fuckers. Like they're as big as they look. Those are just short dudes.
What do you do for fun? I'm a bull rider. Like, damn, fuck. Yeah, that's crazy.
Oh yeah, you got to be crazy to be a bull rider. I know a lot of them, and they're a little loopy. You got to be, Same with fighters. We're all little. You can't tell me all us four in here rap the tightest.
So
yeah, you kind of got to be.
You got to be. You got to have a quirk to you.
Yeah. Hey, Q-Tip, what actually got you into fighting?
It was actually I got jumped. I was coming home from school one day, and my mom was trying to get me into a boxing gym, and then it was the one boxing gym we tried to get into. It was just kind of hard to get in contact with the coaches, and then about like a year and a half, maybe like a year and 6 months later, gym opened up like right on my way to school. It was like brand new gym opening up, and a few other kids from school were like, "Oh, we're gonna go join it," so we all went and joined it, and yeah.
Fate.
Yeah, fate, and we're all, And it's crazy, like, I got some crazy stories. The same gym that I went to, like, I started working at the racetrack, right? And then I met this kid from the gym, comes in with his brother, and they start training or whatever. We meet him, and then I find out that he works at the racetrack too, and then I found out when his family first came to Canada from Mexico, they stayed with my great-grandma, and I was like, man, this shit's so crazy. Like, this world is intertwined. Like, this is exactly where I was meant to be. Like, I was meant to be at this spot in this time, like, crazy.
With that, I don't think no one knows, man. You actually, she mentioned this when she was on the podcast, McKenna Tansley.
Oh yeah, McKenna, she's badass. She's
one of our previous guests.
Yeah, I know McKenna.
She had the
Oh, yeah.
the fight where they each her and her partner put all their belts up on the line. Like, damn.
Oh yeah, yeah. She's
monster.
badass.
Yeah.
I sparred lots of rounds with the McKenna. She's a solid chick, dude. One thing about say about Edmonton, like we got the toughest chicks in the world. Like you won't find chicks tougher, and I'll put that on anything.
I'm
Like
gonna ask how hard she hit.
you look at like Jelena Majenovic and I can just go like even just now like another podcast guest you guys should get is Vanessa Bradford. She's a badass boxer. I forget the title she has, so I don't want to disrespect him. But she has a few titles of her own, and she also trains with McKenna. Like the talent pool for female boxing in Edmonton, Alberta, is probably like deeper than anywhere I've ever seen.
Damn, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I like that. People find it like I really like this craftsmanship. It's like they take it to another level sometimes. It's like, you take sometimes with certain sports and fighting, some people look at it, the general public, not us as fighters, because we respect everyone in that cage. They look at it and they're like, oh yeah, guy fight, oh it's a girl fight, oh whatever. But then sometimes they have to work that little bit extra.
Oh yeah, for sure. And one thing I can say about that is, like, I'm a definite advocate for the females getting the 3-minute rounds, because they only fight 2-minute rounds, and so like a lot of these chicks, you'll see them get somebody hurt, and then the round's over. Whereas in a championship fight for a man, they got the extra minute to work and seal to the show, and then that sells tickets. Like, yeah, that's I'm a huge advocate for because I don't see why they wouldn't fight 3-minute rounds, right?
I kind of go the opposite direction. I want to fight 30-second rounds. Give me 30-second rounds. Call it a fucking day. Yeah, I don't want to.
I want to sip a beer in between.
Yeah, I'm not like when I start breathing heavy. Let's just call it.
But when I'm seeing a championship fight, I want to see a championship. I want to see you dig deep. That's why I love the fact.
I want to see other people fight that long.
Yeah,
I want to see other people fight 5 rounds. I don't want to fight 5 rounds.
Mm-hmm.
I really like the fight with Dangerous or whatever. Yeah, where when he turned around and you just got that.
Oh, that uppercut, that was a really nice one.
Yeah.
That was beautiful.
Yeah, I had a couple moments in my little career here. Well, I had a couple decent moments.
You had moments. Don't do that to yourself.
Yeah.
You definitely had some moments.
Yeah, we're gonna see if I can capture a couple more here in the next year or so.
I feel it.
Yeah.
That's actually
you got a couple more. I know it.
When we ended the last show, I asked people if they accomplished everything they wanted to for that year. So coming up with this New Year's start, I know we all got lots of stuff we want to do, but what's one goal that you really want to accomplish in 2023? And I know it's going to be a little different for each of you.
You want to go first, Tip?
You can go first. I had the first and the last one.
Okay. I would like to get a couple more fights, maybe 2-3 fights in, and really really push myself to see what I can do, see if I can, put a couple guys in some hospital gowns. You know what I mean? I don't want to, because like I said, I don't train, so I'm just like, once I get tired, I'm done. And since I don't train, I'm not invested into the outcome. I really, literally do not care if I win or lose. But I've had quite a few people tell me that they care, and so I'm going to go out there and see if I can tune a couple people up with some cardio.
Hey, okay.
Well, yeah, that's as far as fighting goes. That's about it. I am turning 40, so we'll see what my body can do. I've slowly started pushing it, and it's okay. Like I'm starting to do jiu-jitsu and ground stuff in the gym as well. And shout out to the Arizona Hot Boxers. I've rolled with every one of those guys, and it's pretty cool. It's really neat rolling with these guys. I'm starting to enjoy jiu-jitsu. I've never enjoyed it before, but I am now.
I want to do that. I want to try jiu-jitsu. I just wrestle.
Yeah. It's fun.
Hey, you guys are doing some
fun.
great work out there. I've been peeping y'all, man. Y'all doing some great work.
Appreciate it, my man. On that note, I'm gonna head out. I gotta go. I got a volleyball league tonight, so you guys appreciate you having me on, man.
Absolutely. You want to tell people where they can find you before you clock off or head out?
StreetBeefs West Coast Wedo. So it's SBWCWERO on Instagram, PlayStation, Gmail, all the things, all the same thing. And then find me on Locked In Podcast. That's the podcast where I do what you guys do, just not quite as good. Yep. So DTP is rolling up. He's going to be day after tomorrow. And then Wedo and the Mexican comes back here probably towards the end of the month.
Yes.
We also have January 28th. We're going to do the Heart in a Fight Awards. You can catch me there too. Me, Daniel, 619. And by the way, if you have not voted, get the link and vote. Everybody, like, we pass it out through all the branches, and then without a doubt, every single time somebody's like, well, I never saw it. Go look for it. It's out there. We post it all the time. I'll post it again. Unless Daniel's closed them. I can't remember if he closed it or not, but I think it's still open. I'll double check. Heart in a Fight. Chime in if you're still there.
We're going in. I believe we're going into the last round of the vote soon.
Yeah. I think it is too. I think it's the last round of the vote. So, I think that's it.
Thank you for your time, man. I appreciate having Wedo on. Yeah.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate you, homie. Yeah,
Thank
you guys have a good night, man.
Have a great one, brother.
All right, bro. Later.
Yeah, hell yeah.
You got a few minutes, or you got to go?
I'm good for as long as y'all want me.
Awesome.
Yeah.
It's cool. I love seeing the different people we get from, OG branch, West Coast, the fighter, get, an admin, get like a head honcho, get this. It's awesome. I mean, it's cool to be able to talk to people on this platform.
Yeah, it's fun being on them.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this is my first podcast. This is my first podcast experience.
First podcast ever?
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta get ready because when it happens, you're gonna start finding more. That way, when they start shooting on the fights podcast, someone will be like, "Wait a minute, I want that guy."
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's your plans for the future, man? Because you seem to be real serious with this boxing stuff, man. Let's talk about it.
Well, I got a few things I got to work out as far as immigration goes, but I'm looking to go pro eventually. I definitely at least want to get a couple pro fights, no matter what age it is when I get there. You know what I mean? I'm 29. I'm not the youngest, but I'm not the oldest either. I still got some time, but I'm definitely looking towards that in the near to not so near future. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
When's your birthday? Are you turning 30 this year then?
Yes, sir. I'm turning 30 in July. So.
Oh man, my birthday's in May. I'm turning 32. I'm turning 30 also, not 32. 30 also.
In the 30 club, brother. Join
as well. Yeah. Right on. Well, I'll be there in May. That May will be my first time back in the scrapyard. Should be.
Nice. Can't wait. It's gonna be fun.
Yeah.
Thank you for tuning in. You have a fun night. How old are you?
I just turned 32, bro. I just
turned. We're on the same age. All right, that's why I thought something cool.
Yeah, man. We don't look it, but we heading up there. You know what I'm saying? But
yeah, dang.
You think about it, all three of us, man. We taking good care of ourselves. We doing what we got to do, and the way I look at
health is wealth. Health is wealth, boys. You got to stay healthy.
Exactly. We in that second prime right now.
Yes, sir.
It's funny because I've told people it's with fighting I've actually improved the lifestyle that I have, and eating healthy, just even regularly training, even if it's not intense, I can feel my overall health increasing. And it's like, even if it's only for so long, or even if there comes a point where I can't walk, I'm prolonging my life. So if I would have only lived to 80, I could possibly live to 90 now. It could be 100. I'd figure I'd be like 105, 110. That's a good age, but yeah, you know.
Shoot, we don't even know that we might live way past then with the technology we got, you know.
Right.
That's why the longer we live, the more we'll be able to find out and prolong our lives even more, perhaps, you know. So you just got to stay alive to find out.
Hey, augmentation is right around the corner, so.
Oh yeah, exactly. We never know. Like we might upload on the computers or something, you know.
I think that's like Black Mirror or something like that, right?
There was on the Altered Carbon. You ever watch Altered Carbon? That's a really good one. Yeah.
I was gonna
really
say,
crazy.
You see the Nick Brit? He said that Q-Tip looks like every hockey player he's ever been around.
Oh yeah. Got the fucking Canadian passport, eh?
Yeah.
Let's go.
He's like, the haircut gives him power. That way he can Red Bulls. He can't go
the deadliest, like the longer my hair gets, the deadlier I get. So it's let's go.
He's like
that movie Dodgeball. So fluffy yet dangerous.
Yeah.
Is there anyone that you think you might want to
Q-Tip, what are some matchups that you'd like to see happen for yourself in the future?
Oh man, I like to see anybody for like whoever wants to challenge for the title. I'm really looking forward to my next matchup here with Glitch coming up.
Let's talk
one that I really, really, really want to get. Want to run it back with my boy Turtle for sure. You know.
Okay.
Yeah.
I want to see Turtle back in action.
Yeah, you know, I want to get in there. I feel like our first fight was a really entertaining one. It was like underviewed, you know, like there was everything in that fight. Some head movement, foot movement, jabs, hooks, uppercuts. Like there was pretty much everything you could ask for. And then in a 5-round fight, I think could even be more, you know. So
right.
I featured that in the fight in the Fire 5 because it was fire.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
I think I feel it was one of my fights. My fight with J-Lu. After like one of my third punch I threw, I ended up hitting him so hard he tried calling a timeout in the middle of the MMA fight. And I was like, this is gonna go viral. I think it's like my least viewed fight. I was like, how the hell does that work?
You never know that. If this algorithm picks up some weird fights, I swear, like it's like what? You know, when hey.
Yeah, I'm not tripping out. I guess I gotta keep fighting until I go viral.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. Until I get that fucking solo head kick, you know what I'm saying? Some crazy move, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's why I try to get a little fancy in there, but I don't want to get dangerous, but you know.
It's in that thumbnail, bro, because I swear my shortest fight is like 2 minutes and a few seconds. And it's my lowest viewed fight. You know how they say, oh, you get a KO and you're gonna get millions? Bro, I got a 2-minute TKO and it's like my lowest viewed fight. I'm like, algorithm.
And sometimes, it's a thumbnail too, because you see like a guy like Shinigami with the headgear kicking somebody in the fucking head, and you're just like, I want to see this. Like, what is going on here? You know what I mean? Yeah.
I will say, I love StreetBeefs, and I was following them for a while, but for some reason, I don't think I've seen like a StreetBeefs thing blow up as big, like one single thing as much as that first Shinigami head kick. It was like I remember saw ESPN, he went on like all these different podcasts.
Well, the one that I saw that was from the OG yard, where when the guy put his hands down, and then the other guy put his hands down, and then they both kind of stirred each other, and the one guy just rocked the other guy. I forget what fight it was, but that one went a little viral like that too. I've seen that because they got clipped up and stuff. I saw that one. I was like, yo, another one. That was not too long ago too, so.
I'm gonna have to look that one up. Damn.
Yeah. It was not too, I forgot who it was, but it was in the OG yard. It was two guys doing MMA, and then the one guy just kind of stopped, and the other guy kind of, like, it was kind of like how the Roy Jones did with the James Toney when he went like that, and they both kind of did that. Boom! He hit him with the hook. It was kind of the same kind of move, and it was very nice. And the guy did a big freaking like stanky leg and everything. It was nice. I liked it.
Was that the one where the guy, he got kicked like in the middle of the shin against the cage and he just dropped right after?
I don't know. I just remember the one that I just remember that when he got punched straight in his face. It was,
they were throwing hands. It was an MMA match, but they started throwing hands.
They were throwing hands. You know, they were just.
Okay, never mind. Yeah, that's the only bad thing about watching so many fights. Sometimes you get certain ones mixed up and you're like,
And that's the thing too, like the names, right? The names are hard sometimes with me. I'm bad with names as it is. If I know your name, I'll forget it right in front of you, and 10 minutes later remember it.
When you were hard in the fight, they got it down. The fight they're talking about is with Lamb.
That's the one. Yup, Lamb. Yup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hey,
he knows.
Back to your fight though, Tip, with Glitch. What do you have in store? How do we prepare for someone like this guy?
You know, I try not to really worry about guy to guy. I just prepare and make sure my conditioning's good, and I kind of just prepare the same way for, you know what I mean, get my sparring in, and I don't really try to change it up and get too psyched out on the guy. Like I won't even watch clips on the guy.
Oh,
like
really?
Day of. Yeah.
See, I feel that when I train, I try to do at least for the most part a generalized training routine, so that way I feel like I can prepare for anyone. Like, you know, you prepare for anything, you're ready for whatever.
Exactly. Fundamentals, you know.
I see one or two lose their temper when they get there, like, oh, your opponent can't show, but we have this guy. Like, well, I've only been training for this long for this guy. I refuse to fight anyone else. I've only been training this one style.
Yeah, and see, that's the thing. Like, my experiences from amateur boxing, so a lot of times you wouldn't know who your opponent is. You know, you show up, weigh in, they take your stuff, draw it, and then that's who you get, right? So sometimes you even fight guys from the same team. That's happened a few times. Yeah.
So it's just business as usual.
Yeah, just prepare as much as you can for whatever, you know, as many styles as possible. You get that sparring in with the right guys, and you just show up on fight day and see what.
Hell yeah. No, I can figure out what. I want to try to get a couple smoker shows and go get some amateurs. But I want to find a gym around where I'm at, try to get in a few days a week, 4 or 5 days, try to get in a couple amateur gate shows. Then be like, all right, okay. Not trying to go pro or nothing, you know. I'm 29, but I'm cool off it. I might as well to go pop it.
Yeah, see, like I've boxed for a really long time. I started when I was 15, 16, so you know, like I've got the background in it where, like, now it's just kind of applying the stuff that I've learned, you know, and getting in shape for it, and you know.
Yeah.
Well, you ain't the champ for no reason, man. You definitely have your you got your skills, you know, you have your conditioning, you got the right mind frame. You know what I'm saying? Like I only see greatness, man.
Absolutely. And I was gonna say, you know, it's getting a little close to that time, so might have to let you go in a second. Anybody want to shout out? Anything you want to let us know? Anybody you might want to let know that you're gonna come take that booty later?
No, you know, I'm just check out my Instagram. Shoot, I don't even got it memorized at the moment, but I don't know, to be honest. Next time I'll be ready for this question. I'll have some plugs and shit.
Fair enough.
This is my first podcast. You know, we got to take it easy on me.
That's all good. All good, brother.
All right.
But at least you know. But when you have a few more, you get out there and you make it. You know that we were here first. We believe.
Oh yeah, exactly. I'll be plugging this show when I'm on other shows. You know.
Thank you, bro. Thank you.
All right, for sure.
We appreciate your time, brother.
Well, definitely. Anytime you guys want to have me on, I'm pretty much open at this time. So holla at your boy.
Hell yeah, take it easy.
All right, man. Ciao.
Good night, brother.
Shit. One fun ass show, man. This is a good way to start off the year. I like a good way to start the year.
That's the way to bring it back, bro. 2 great guests, you know, 1 fire show. It's what we do.
Exactly. Man, it's got me thinking. This is gonna be fun. I'm making some money. I'm making some more art, and I'm fucking getting my ticket and going out in March because I don't have a choice. I need to be there. So I want to make it happen. I'm gonna be there in March. Make it happen.
Got to, bro. We got Jay coming. I'm gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? So shoot. If we Jay mentioned the other night, man, getting like you know how you do the fighter interviews at your branch?
Yeah.
You know, imagine if we did that as like a little group, you know what I'm saying? Like as a team. You know, we get some fighter interviews and stuff. That would be dope, bro.
Oh man, I'm down. So real quick before we hit on to the segment that you guys all know and love, we gotta hear a little something from Real Talk.
5-10 years from now, they're gonna wish it was American Cosa Nostra. 5-10 years from now, they're gonna miss John Gotti.
And all of a sudden on the news, I'm hearing, Paul Castellano, mob boss, is killed outside Sparks Steakhouse. And I'm thinking like, wow, who could have done this?
Shit, John, this is bigger than killing the fucking president.
Hey, you think I was put in this earth to make them rich and me poor? We're gonna do a hit now. We're gonna do a real hit. We're going back. Yeah. Back to some real in-your-face Cosa Nostra. Out in front on a line. Make them sit back and watch a volcano blow. You with me?
I'm with you, John. All the way to the finish.
Big Paul Castellano, reputed godfather of the Gambino family, was on his way to a Manhattan steakhouse. As he stepped from his black Lincoln, 3 men wearing fur hats and trench coats suddenly appeared, pulled guns, pumped 6 bullets into Castellano and 6 into his top capo, Thomas Bilotti, and then calmly walked away.
The old-time mob bosses, you say, they rule with an iron fist, covered with a velvet glove. Well, Gotti saw no need for the glove. That's what it came down to.
I think a final thought may be a quote from Big Paul Castellano. This life of ours, this is a wonderful life. If you can get through life like this and get away with it, hey, that's great. But it's very unpredictable. There are so many ways you can screw it up. They screwed up in the end.
Yeah, I can dig that all the way.
Yeah, that looks interesting, bro.
Right? You might check that shit out. Because we always support everybody around here.
For sure, for sure.
Definitely. Now, I think it's about that time.
I think so.
Buddy V's Fighters to Watch.
Yeah. Now, for first pick, we start with the Scrapyard. I have Black Panther. Now, not only is the name is part of what gets it, but he's also a killer fighter and currently a title holder. He had fought the Great Gatsby or whatever in a fight for the title. This is the one with Fire Chicken, and this is a really good one too. Where I actually first got introduced to him. He's came back multiple times. I like his fighting style. He has a lot of heart. Win, lose, he's always very positive. So definitely a fun fighter to watch. Like he just came back, took the title. So now I know he's got a target on his back. So you have to watch what he does now.
Nice.
Second one I got from StreetBeefs, West Coast, name that you have heard, Fearless.
Let's go.
So I know his fight dropped not too long ago. I watched it, the most recent one, and I was just absolutely impressed. There was once or twice when I thought his opponent was gonna overtake him, and I was kind of like, all right, he's showing hard. This is good. He comes out, he takes that shit, and I was just thoroughly impressed. I think that it's a classic case of you can never judge a fight too early. Anything can happen, and he came out. He turned out. He dug deep when he had to, and I definitely think he's a fighter to watch. So.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
And the third and final fighter we have is from the OG Yard. If you love StreetBeefs, you've heard the name OG Rampage. Now, I don't know. I don't think he's been on the pick before because I'm pretty sure I almost did, but not quite. Now, not only does this man fight anybody and everybody, He does boxing. He'll do kickboxing. He'll do MMA. I don't think I've ever heard this man turn down a fight. Not only that, but he's been growing on the outside the cage too, doing drawings, doing all sorts of other stuff for people, really trying to grow as a business as well as a fighter. And to me, you know, I try to do that. You know, we all try to do our own thing with fighting, and it really shows the level of dedication. So, yeah, you got to check him out.
All facts. All facts.
Those are my 3 fighters to watch.
That's dope, bro.
But I
That's dope.
think we might need a little fire.
It might be about that time for some fire. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. You know what time it is. Tom K and the Fire 5. Let's get it. First fight. Coming all the way out of the OG branch. Street Beefs Tampa. El Gringo versus Unknown. This was a hell of a fight right here. This was a rematch between these two men. As you can see, it's muddy, it's dirty, it's MMA. A lot of ground and pound, a lot of groundwork in general in this fight. And a fight between just two gritty warriors. Anybody who knows Unknown, he's a OG branch legend. I mean, we're talking about a guy who's got like well over 10 fights, maybe even over 15 or so. Fights in the OG branch, fought in the West Coast branch. I think he's coming out later this month. Check this fight out. It's a fire fight. Street Beefs OG Yard. El Gringo versus Unknown. We're going to move on to the next fight. Going all the way to Street Beefs Scrapyard. You see it. Crazy Legs versus Lights Out. This fight right here, it's a beautiful clash of styles. A lot of power being used by both men. And at the end of the day, these guys are literally the definition of grit. The aggression, the power, the skill, it's all on display. And these are two Scrapyard legends. What else could you ask for? Street Beef Scrapyard, Crazy Legs versus Lights Out, firefight. Let's move on to the next one. I'm going to take you all the way to Street Beefs West Coast. Knee Fight versus Mr. Silas, also known as Mr. Silas. This was a hell of a fight right here, man. Both these guys are hell of a boxers, great skill. Two different styles once again. Clash of Titans. Back and forth every single round. And at the end of the day, it could have easily went to either man. You guys go check this fight out and decide who you thought won. Again, that's Street Beefs West Coast. Knee Fight versus Mr. Silas. Firefight. Moving on. I'm going to take you back to Street Beefs Scrapyard. Classic fire fight. Terrifier versus Brick House 2. I think this might be the, is it the first one or the, yeah, this is the second one. This fight right here, big boy kickboxing. I mean, combinations being thrown, great strikes. And again, this is a rematch between these two men. And the beautiful thing about that is you see the improvements and adjustments between both fighters. Again, the decision wasn't the right decision at the end of the day, but nonetheless, we got a fire fight in between these two men right here. Street Beef Scrapyard, Terrifier versus Brick House, fire fight. We're gonna move on to the last fire fight, and I'm gonna take y'all back to Street Beefs West Coast. We got Wama versus the Mystic Boxer. This is the definition of who let the dogs out. This was a war, and the man who was the victor in this battle, he took control. you know, point blank period. There was one man who was aggressively coming forward, and adjustments had to be made, and those adjustments were made. When someone's in your face, you know, you have to you got to figure a way to either get out of that or get through that. And the winner did that. Firefight, great job by both men. Wama versus the Mystic Boxer, StreetBeefs West Coast, firefight. Samke and the Fire 5.
I like it a lot. Some fire. Perfect. I need to light this blunt I have. I need some fire.
Yeah,
Derek Gates, I'll hit you a message too. I saw that.
Those dudes there, man, sick. Every single one of those fights, man, sick. I'm really looking forward to seeing Unknown, man. The OG legend coming out to the West Coast. He signed up, and any fight he's in, man, it's a banger. So you know, definitely looking forward to that.
Oh yeah, I think it was one where it was, I don't know if it was Iraqi Assassin. Yeah, Iraqi Assassin, I think, got him with the head kick. But then I remember, you know, he was talking about how, you know, he drove 16 hours straight to get there for the fight with no sleep. And it's like, not everyone would do that. So, you know, the internet sees one side of it, but as fighters, we feel the other side of it. Because, you know, you get some of the prissy people who are up, higher up fighters, and, ooh, if I don't have this and I don't get this, I'm not going to fight. Ugh. This man obviously fights because that's what he loves to do. So, yeah, Unknown, man.
Yeah, man. I remember he said in I think it was on the Heart in the Fight profile. They did a profile on him, and he said he really doesn't train like that, bro. Like he really just comes out and just fights because he likes to fight. He doesn't really have formal training. He doesn't, you know, do the coaching and all that.
Yeah.
So it's really amazing to see somebody literally just, you know, leave their crib and just say, hey, let me get a fight, you know, and do it, you know.
So if you see him on the street, stay on the good side.
Real talk, man. Shit, man, it was a great fucking show, man. Great way to come back and start the year, man.
Right, start off with the bang.
Yes, sir. And the beautiful part is, man, we got a fire list of guests for this year, and we're just gonna keep hitting these guys with banger ass shows each time, man.
Hell yeah, it's gonna be a killer. I can't wait. So remember, you guys, if you thought this show was killer, all the rest of them are gonna be insane.
Yeah, man. I'm gonna give them a quick little clue as to one of our upcoming guests. I'm gonna give a little quick little clue, little riddle there.
Oh, wow. Oh.
Yeah, just a quick little clue. You know what I mean? Shout out to Hard in the Fight.
Shout out Hard in the Fight. So with that being said, you have any shout outs you want to give?
Yeah, man. Let me go ahead and knock those out, man. I want to first and foremost thank our guest tonight, man. Wero, much appreciated, brother, for coming through, doing what you do. It was great catching up with him. And the champ, Q-Tip, as well. Thank you for your time, bro. Killing it as always. You know what I'm saying? Can't wait to see what he has in store. I want to say thanks to the greatest producer, Jay, always doing your thing in the background. Thank you, brother. The greatest co-host in the world, Buddy V. You know what I'm saying? I can't do this without you. You know what I mean? It's a great little thing we got going. Thank you to the guests. Thank you to the audience, the people in the live chat, the people who are watching on replay. We appreciate you guys. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe if you haven't already. Shout out to StreetBeefs West Coast, StreetBeefs Scrapyard, StreetBeefs Dirty South, and last but not least, StreetBeefs OG Yard. We do this for y'all. Don't really do the social media like that, man. If you got me, you got me. And with that being said, you guys have a great night, man.
Oh, yeah. And thank you, like, you know, co-host. It's all okay. We killing every time. Started off good, so it's going to be a fun year. And we got a lot of stuff to accomplish because we accomplished a lot last year, and we're trying to do twice as much. So we got no time for games. And then shout out to Jay. Yeah, shout out to everyone watching. OTA, trying to fight. Shout out to zwell-world.com. Go get yourself a t-shirt. Like I said, this was the original. This was the very first promo I made. It was like, oh, it's all right. So the ones online look a lot better than available black and white. You know. But
hey, we can call that the retro classic. That's the retro classic.
Yeah, I like that retro classic.
Yeah.
And don't forget Zwell_Buddy V. I'm actually gonna be releasing a whole bunch of fun stuff. There'll be a lot of artwork that's gonna be going up. That's gonna be crazy, insane lately. I actually have a streamer. He streams video games. His logo's almost done. It's about to be blasted all over to you. So stay tuned. It's gonna be fun. And other than that, thank you everyone who watches. You know, we wouldn't do this without you. So this is the highlight of my week every Tuesday. You know, don't tell my girl that. She thinks it's when she comes home from work. It's the Tuesday stuff. So in the words of Jay, one world, one love, deuces.